Back in the day, if a country wanted air superiority, it needed billions of dollars, massive air bases, advanced fighter jets, and thousands of personnel. Today, everything has changed. A drone that costs less than a family car can destroy equipment worth millions of dollars. So in this video, I'm ranking the 8 drones that changed modern warfare. The ranking is based mainly on one thing: cost versus impact. The cheaper the drone and the greater its effect on the battlefield, the higher it ranks. We'll also look at the wars they influenced and the military strategies they transformed. Let's begin with number 8. The RQ-4 Global Hawk. Built in the United States, the Global Hawk is one of the most advanced surveillance drones ever created. It costs more than $130 million per aircraft. That's more expensive than some fighter jets. The Global Hawk can fly at altitudes of around 60,000 feet and monitor enormous areas with remarkable detail. Think of it as a flying intelligence platform. Its job isn't to attack targets. Its job is to find them. For years, it monitored borders, military movements, and strategic regions around the world. But its biggest weakness is obvious: the cost. Losing a single Global Hawk is a major financial loss. That's one reason countries hesitate to fly it near powerful air defense systems. Its most famous incident happened in 2019, when one was shot down near the Strait of Hormuz. Next comes number 7, the MQ-9 Reaper. If the Global Hawk is a spy, the Reaper is a hunter. The Reaper costs around $30 million and can stay in the air for more than 24 hours. Unlike the Global Hawk, it carries weapons, most famously Hellfire missiles. This allows it to find a target, track it, and strike it using the same aircraft. For years, it became one of the most recognizable symbols of modern drone warfare. Its precision made it a key tool in counterterrorism operations around the world, but it also has weaknesses. The Reaper is relatively slow, easy to detect, and vulnerable in heavily defended airspace. Still, few drones have had a greater impact on modern military operations. Number 6. The Bayraktar TB2. Built in Turkey, the TB2 changed how many people viewed drone warfare. It costs around $5 million, far less than most Western combat aircraft. During several conflicts, the TB2 destroyed tanks, artillery systems, and air defense batteries. Videos of its strikes spread across the internet and quickly caught the attention of military planners around the world. The drone could stay in the air for long periods while continuously watching the battlefield. When a target appeared, it could launch precision-guided weapons with impressive accuracy. But the biggest surprise wasn't the technology, it was the price. Compared to traditional combat aircraft, the TB2 was relatively affordable. Yet it was producing results that often required far more expensive platforms. The era of drone warfare had officially arrived. Next comes number 5, the Switchblade. The Switchblade is what military planners call a loitering munition. In simple terms, it's a drone and a missile combined into one weapon. It's small enough to fit inside a backpack. A soldier can launch it within minutes. Once airborne, it searches for a target before diving directly into it. Unlike traditional artillery, operators can see the target before making the final decision. That dramatically improves accuracy, and it gives small military units their own precision strike capability. The Switchblade proved that precision warfare no longer required billion-dollar weapons programs. Next comes number 4, Ukraine's FPV drones. This is where things start getting really interesting. Ukraine transformed inexpensive commercial drones into some of the most feared weapons on the battlefield. And the most surprising part? Many drone pilots came from the gaming community. Why? Because someone who spent years playing fast-paced shooter games already had many of the skills needed to control an FPV drone. These drones could fly through windows, navigate trenches, and even enter open tank hatches. Sometimes it looked more like a video game than a military operation, but the consequences were very real. Many attacks happened at night. The result was constant psychological pressure on troops who never knew when a drone might suddenly appear overhead. Next comes number 3, the Lancet. Russia developed the Lancet as a low-cost loitering munition designed to hunt valuable targets. It costs around $35,000, a tiny fraction of the cost of many systems it destroys. The Lancet specializes in targeting artillery systems, radar installations, and armored vehicles. Once launched, it searches for a target and then dives directly into it. What makes it especially dangerous is its precision. A successful strike can destroy equipment worth millions of dollars. In recent years, the Lancet became one of the most effective hunters of Western supplied equipment on the battlefield. Next comes number 2, Al-Shaheen. Unlike many drones on this list, Al-Shaheen is not famous because of advanced technology. It's famous because of what it achieved at an extremely low cost. The drone was designed for simplicity. It could be produced using locally available materials and assembled in large numbers. It was also capable of operating in heavily contested environments where electronic interference was common. Its real strength was quantity. Large numbers of inexpensive drones could continuously pressure enemy forces, command centers, vehicle convoys, and armored formations. Al-Shaheen demonstrated that local manufacturing and simple technology could still have a major battlefield impact. And finally, number 1, the Shahed. The Shahed earned the top position because of one simple equation: cost versus impact. A Shahed drone costs roughly $20,000. That's less than many civilian vehicles. But the real power of the system comes from swarm tactics. Operators rarely launch a single drone. Instead, they launch dozens at the same time. This creates a difficult problem for air defense systems. A missile used to intercept a Shahed can cost hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. The drone itself costs only a tiny fraction of that amount. Over time, the math becomes painful. Defenders spend expensive missiles, attackers launch more inexpensive drones. Some eventually get through. The Shahed has been used against military installations, energy infrastructure, and strategic targets across multiple conflicts. More importantly, it proved that relatively inexpensive technology can challenge some of the world's most advanced military systems, and that's why it takes the #1 spot. For thousands of years, military power depended on bigger armies, larger fleets, and more expensive weapons. Then aircraft changed warfare, and now drones are doing it again. The question is no longer whether drones will shape the future of war. The real question is how much of that future they will control. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more.